Oh, just got a bump.
You get bumped?
Just caught a baby bump.
My lovely bass bumps. Check it out. We drive these big bass crazy. We do it on the daily. They treat me really nicely. My swimmers in their belly. My bass, my bass, my bass, my bass. My lovely lady bass. Check it out.
There he is. Oh,
yeah, dude.
Big fish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a big one. Big one. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, yeah.
I willed it right there. Took everything to find it. Sweetwater, follow me. I've been through the fires. I crawled under the wires. Come on, Sweetwater. Whoa. Been dry such a long time. Come on, Sweetwater, follow me.
We had the opportunity to fish one of the best lakes on the Windermere chain, and it's a really unique fishery because you've got super clear water, it's deep, it's got a lot of structure, and it's different than any other Florida lakes out there.
It is.
All those lakes on that chain are just, they're sinkhole lakes. So they've got really clear water, spring-fed, and real deep, holes in them.
It reminded me of fishing, my home lake back in Washington that's got, weed edges and clear water, and it was just very interesting to see right near Orlando, Florida.
I've fished lakes like this before in Central Florida. In fact, when I was going to UCF there in Orlando, I'd fish those kind of clear lakes, those sinkhole lakes all the time. So I had a little bit of an idea of where we were going to start. I hadn't fished that lake in particular before, but offshore fishing traditionally is where it's at.
In clear water, if you don't have the right tactics and the right idea and the right mindset going into it, it can be challenging. And that's why we had the backup plan, which was the bucket of shiners.
It actually turned into our first, bit of the day.
Yeah, it's like,
at first we were just like, we're gonna try it maybe a little bit later, but then we're like, we need to try some shiners.
Oh. Whoa, 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 sweet shiner of mine. Whoa, 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 sweet shiner of mine.
Oh, bass, eat all of me, can't you see? I'm just a shiner ready for eating. Taste my scales, you're gonna love them.
This is like filet mignon to the bass.
Feel my hook, oh! Oh, there's a fish, there's a fish.
Yeah.
Come on, let him run with it. Let him run with it.
Drilling, man.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, look at him. That's a good one.
Yeah, man. Sweet.
Oh.
Solid. Oh, mine's freaking out.
Wow, so cool.
Good job, man. Osprey.
That fish was hooked right in the nose and I let him eat it for like
That's crazy.
a minute.
It is weird.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Get him,
This
man.
is going to be another good one.
You hit it hard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what do we have?
This is a strong fish.
Yeah, come on, stud muffin coming up.
Oh, look at
awesome.
that thing.
Oh! He did a backflip. He did a 2.5 gainer. Oh, there's the shiner. I'm gonna catch the shiner. You land your bass, I'll catch the shiner for Osprey bait.
No. Get the shiner, get the shiner!
Oh, he's gone. Maybe not. Oh, yep, he heard me coming. Oh, that's a stud, dude. That's awesome. Good fish. Yes. Oh, that's a pig.
The Osprey called him up.
Dude, the Osprey, that's what did it. Cool.
That's a Boeing Osprey.
Sweetwater is brought to you by Yeti Coolers, built for the wild, Buff and Costa.
We had some shrapnel laying around after catching all those shiner fish, you know, shiners floating in the water, and all of a sudden I heard, do an Osprey, do an Osprey. Yeah.
I don't know an Osprey.
All of a sudden.
I know an eagle.
That's beautiful. All of a sudden I heard
Majestic.
the majestic whistle of an Osprey. And I was like, where is that coming from? And next thing we knew, that thing was on target.
There was 2 of them.
Yes.
At
that
first,
was
you know, we
amazing.
threw one of those dead shiners out, and we're watching this one up here, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this other Osprey comes down and just grabs it, man. They are built for that kind of fishing.
And it
man.
was like 20 feet from the boat. I mean, 20 or
it
30
was-
feet from the boat.
yeah, he wasn't
That was the
scared at all.
closest strike from an Osprey I've ever seen. That was so
The
cool.
talons were out.
Oh yeah, he was full blown blasting
Sharp
that
talons.
shiner. And then we got it to actually, you know, call him in with another one and get him to come do it again. I mean, that was so cool.
That was really cool. That's a Boeing Osprey.
We actually, you know, read our navionics, we read our GPS units and found what looked like the perfect break, the perfect mixture of grass, and you could see those arches on the graph and you knew those were bass down there ready to chomp.
Yeah, we put those lowrance to good use and found the right grass. You know, you could tell the differences in the grass. You could see the drops and everything like that, and you wanted to find the grass that was, you know, about 2 feet off the bottom. And man, we went through those fish. We were catching decent fish after decent fish. I mean,
Catch as many
we're
as you
talking
want.
about 3.5 pounders all the way up to, you know, 4.5 pounds. But being the tournament fisherman that I am, and you
Yep.
are too, but you're having so much fun with the shiners, I knew that I could catch them on that Z-Man swimmers.
Looking at our shiners, matching what those fish were
Hold
eating,
it side by
it was
side.
identical, man.
It looked, I mean, the color, everything, that it was just like the size, it was the perfect
Spot on.
color.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
had the right combination, the right size jig head on there.
that jig head, it was a nice, you know, 1/2 ounce jig head. We could get it down there. You know, it wasn't digging into that grass, but at the same time, it was staying right above that grass, and that was the biggest key.
Having all those pieces fine-tuned, you're ready to whack them, man. You
Yeah.
had the right setup. You had the right rod, the right line, the right bait, the right size jig head, and that equals success every time. It's a blast if you're catching 10 pounders. Not if you're catching 3s. Or
Yeah.
2s.
There's got to be some big ones out here. I know that. Oh, there he is.
Oh, you
Dang it.
blasted
Ate
you
on
out
the way.
there?
Yeah.
On the drop.
There he is. Oh,
Yeah, dude.
big fish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what is that?
On the swim bait.
Is that a bass?
Dude, that's gotta be a bass.
Oh, it's
Yeah!
a big one. Big one.
Dude, on the swim bait. That is so
Oh.
cool. I'm catching babies on my shiners and you pull out the swim bait and swimmers and kill one. Oh, the swimmers gets him, dude. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll lift them for you. Bring him right here.
come on, come on, come on.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, man.
Told you I got a secret
Dude,
weapon.
the swimmers just nailed a toad. That is so cool. Awesome fish.
Look at that fish.
That is a stud.
That's a beauty right
Uh-oh.
there. Oh, doubles!
Let's see which
Oh,
one.
but what did you catch yours on? A shiner?
Yeah, not as cool. Probably not as big either. I don't know, let's see.
All right, let's see this fish.
Oh,
Oh, look at
he's
that.
cute, isn't
Look at
he?
that cute little sucker. Oh, look at that. Swimmers, shiner.
Shiner.
Swimmers, shiner.
That's bad. That thing is, that shows, man, that is an awesome bait. That thing, and it imitates the shiners really well.
Yeah,
That is
I mean,
cool.
it's a perfect profile, same color.
Exact same size. And look at that
And that's what you
fish,
get
dude.
right there.
That's awesome. Hit it twice, didn't he?
Yeah,
That is so cool. Good job.
on the fall. I knew I could catch them with that Z-Man swimmers. I mean, that thing was perfect for those clear water fish. And you know, you slow roll that through a school like that, and you can really catch some big fish. And it was like, just like the shiners, instantaneous. Cast it out there and just started waxing them.
And I'm catching 3-pounders on shiners. You pull the swimmers out, your first hook set, you're like, good one. I'm like, oh yeah, another 3-pounder. No, that was like a 6 plus.
It was
a pig.
Awesome fish, and it ate it on the fall.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
so cool.
It was first cast. It just as it was falling, all of a sudden I feel boom, set the hook, and I could tell it was a big fish.
I'm gonna let this little guy go.
Me too.
And you can let that big mama go. Gosh.
All right.
How cool is that?
We don't need no shiner fishing.
Definitely not, dude. That was awesome.
What an awesome fish. That was a lot
Good
of
job,
fun,
man.
dude.
I'm gonna catch one more on this shiner, and if you start killing him on that thing, I'm gonna have to switch. He's coming up. We're the Double Mint brothers.
Swimmers.
We're the Double Mint brothers. Are they twins?
Sweetwater is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. And Z-Man.
Early on in my fishing career, Z-Man burst onto the scene, introducing the chatterbait to the fishing world. This bait absolutely revolutionized the way we fish today. What it did is it combined 4 extremely important aspects that a fish triggers in the water. It has the vibration and wobble of a crankbait, the flash of a spinnerbait, the profile of a jig, and the action and tail movement of a swimbait. My trust was quickly earned when I started throwing this lure and started pushing extreme numbers of fish in the boat. When I heard about the Z-Man Elastex 10X soft plastics, I knew I had to check it out. This bait is extremely durable. Over the years, I've gone through thousands and thousands of dollars of soft plastics that a lot of the time on only one fish catch fell apart and was no longer useful to me. That is not a problem anymore with this technology. They have a full lineup from craws, swim baits, worms, or absolutely whatever you're looking for. So for more information, tips, and tactics, go to sweetwaterfishingtv.com and make sure to like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Even though I knew that I'd catch them on the swimmers really well, I had no idea that I'd be catching bigger fish on that bait compared to the shiners. And I mean, we truly did not catch a bigger fish on shiners than we did with the swimmers.
Nope, couldn't do it. And I was really excited. I grew up back in Washington State, you know, doing a lot of light tackle fishing, drop shotting, fishing clear lakes. The lake I grew up on, Liberty Lake, is identical to that lake pretty much.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to catch some drop shot fish. You know, I don't get to do that a whole lot living in Alabama. And it was pretty quick action on the finesse fishing with the drop shot too. Man, this shiner fishing's been fun, but we are out. We are out of shiners.
That was the last one?
Yep, that was the last one.
Oh.
And the sun's coming out, man. It's getting nice. I think we better get back to you throwing that swimmers, and I'm gonna try a drop shot.
Ooh, a little power versus finesse action.
Yeah, a little West Coast, Northwest action.
We'll see who wins.
I got a feeling that drop shot's gonna catch him, man. This is a clear lake. I mean, this is kind of...
Now that the sun came out, it's calm. You know, the wind's calmed down. I know you're gonna catch them, but we'll see who catches them better.
They're gonna bite it.
Yeah, you know, I had a drop shot rigged on, but I was having too much fun with the swimmers, and then after a while, it became like a competition between power versus finesse.
And we were catching them one after the other on each one.
Both of us.
It seemed like the size, which is pretty typical, you know, was bigger on...
They're eating the swim bait, they're gonna be bigger fish.
Yeah, if you get on a swim bait bite, you're gonna catch some toads, for sure. You know, it's always fun to see what they want more, you know, do they want that finesse technique, and you know, with the light line, I got 8-pound test, vicious fluoro, or do they want your swim bait with 17-pound line?
We'll find out.
We will definitely find out.
I think I'm gonna get a slam pretty quick here. But man, that shiner fishing was a lot of fun.
It was fun, absolutely. You've still got the biggest fish on the swimmers.
Yeah.
I mean,
and a bunch of them. I mean, I caught
that thing's no joke.
A bunch of fish on that thing.
The swimmers is no joke.
Swim bait is one of my favorite techniques, and this is a great,
and it's known for catching big fish. I have caught some big ones on the drop shot too, though.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, just got a bump.
You get bumped?
Just caught a baby bump.
my lovely bass bumps. Check it out. We drive these big bass crazy. We do it on the daily. They treat me really nicely. My swimmers in their belly. My bass, my bass, my bass, my bass. My lovely lady bass. Check it out. I met a bass down at the fishing hole. He said, hey, 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 you let's go. This is a totally new lake for both of us, you know, but the funny thing is I actually have some experience on lakes just like this fishing back home in Washington on my home lake. My home lake's deep, clear. You're not super deep, but about the same, about 30 feet deep. You got lots of big weed beds and grass edges, and it's gonna probably fish very, very similar. And this drop shot on the weed edge is one of my favorite techniques for fishing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you know, even though I haven't fished this lake, I have a lot of experience on this type of lake, you know, this sinkhole type of lake, because I went to college right down the road.
Yeah.
And so I fished a lot of these lakes, and this is definitely one of my favorite techniques. Fishing one of these offshore humps with grass on top. I mean, you may have to fish a bunch of them before you find the one that really has a fish, but once you find them, I mean, it can be game on with these finesse tactics.
Yeah, it's on when you find them, absolutely. This drop shot's so perfect too, because your weight can hang up in those weeds and stuff in that grass, that shrimp grass. And then your bait just sits there and hovers right up above it, and you hardly ever get, you know, grass on your bait itself. Man, soft plastics, and especially swim baits and stuff you're pushing up on a jig head, it can be kind of frustrating sometimes to try to keep it actually pushed up against that head.
Yeah, I love putting super glue on that jig head. It works great. This Elastec really sticks. I wasn't sure if it would actually stick to it, but man, once you get that super glue on there, it's not moving.
You better get it on there straight, because once it's on there, it is there to stay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tear it off.
You catch one on that swim bait, I'm gonna catch one on this drop shot. This is perfect. We got power fishing versus finesse. To see more cool tips like super gluing that Z-Man swimmers, go to sweetwaterfishingtv.com, and also make sure to like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Sweetwater is brought to you by Hook, Vicious, Get Vicious, and Power Pole.
Do that bite where they're eating a swim bait on the drop, you got your finger on the line, the thing's falling down, and when they hit it like that, there's nothing like that feeling.
It was really cool. Not all the fish were like that. It seemed like the bigger fish that we were catching on the swimmers were on the drop.
Yep,
but
sure.
it was all about that real slow retrieve, that steady retrieve. We weren't moving it at all. It was just a steady retrieve, and they'd just come up and engulf it, and just the line would load up, and they'd almost pull the rod out of your hands. They wanted it. Every single fish, I mean, they choked it.
Once I started doing it, I was really fishing it almost like I would fish a nighttime spinnerbait.
Yeah.
You know, let it sink down to the bottom, super slow, and then just slow wind, just let that baby crawl.
Yeah.
And as soon as I'd feel it start getting up off the bottom, I would just stop and let it flutter back down again, and just holding on. Anticipation, man.
You know, swim baits are so good in clear water.
Yep.
I mean, it's just those big fish can come out of, you know, 10 feet of water and just destroy them. It's really a sight-oriented technique. You know, they do have a lot of vibration to them, but anytime you're faced with really clear water, you gotta try a swim bait.
There he is.
Oh, nice.
Good one, dude. He's coming up.
Come on, be a giant,
Big
be a
one.
giant.
Oh, what a jump. That was awesome. That was so cool. Yeah, baby.
Oh, that one's lively.
Gosh, that is a strong fish.
Another solid fish.
I know, man. No giants yet, but gosh. That is such a strong, healthy fish.
Did he fall, or?
No, just swimming at that time. Here he comes. Man, he's just digging
There he is.
now.
Oh, that's a good one.
Double, baby,
That's
double.
a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a good one.
Oh, yeah. We're the Double Mint Brothers.
Swimmers.
We're the Double Mint Brothers. Dude, that is so cool. Mine absolutely looks like he swallowed it like it was a worm.
Mine's a wet noodle. Oh, there he goes.
There he goes. Yes. Dude, this is so fun. I don't want to go home.
Oh, man, now he starts fighting.
Let's see which one's bigger. Are they twins?
Twinsies.
How many doubles have we caught fishing together? I mean, it's
Quite a few.
unbelievable. Gosh.
We are the double
That is crazy.
brothers.
It seems like when we get doubles too, they're normally one of them or both of them are good ones.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
And it seems like we always end the day with a double.
That's gonna look staged, but it's not.
It's not at all. It was a perfect way to end the night.
Yeah, there's no better way to end a fun day of fishing than catching a double. You know,
And that was
it
a
so
fun
cool.
day of fishing, man.
Yeah.
So many different things going on. We shiner fish, killed them on that.
We caught over 50 fish.
Oh
We
yeah,
hammered them.
switched to the swimmers, and I mean we caught what 25 fish on the swimmers
Yep.
alone, and then drop shot.
everything.
It was so awesome.
Doesn't get any better than that. I'm going back.
Me too.
Florida,
It's one of my favorite chains of lakes.
Florida has definitely left its mark on Joey and India.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite chains of lakes.
It's one of my favorite chains of lakes.
It's one of my favorite chains of lakes too.
Amazing. That's so weird.
Dude, what an awesome way to end a fun afternoon of fishing.
This has been awesome.
With twin fish. See you guys. Oh man. And they even swam down there together. I think they were brothers. Brothers from another mother, just like us.
All right, man. We've pretty much run out of the day,
I know, there's not much light left.
but that was a good note. That was ended on a great
You're right.
note.
Can't complain there, for sure. Another one bites the swimmers. Do, do, do. Another one bites
They
the
beat that swimmers.
They-
What did I tell you?
That is so much fun.
Ah, I love it here.
Head home and see the wife.
Eat
The
a
wife and
steak.
the fiance.
Yeah. Soon to be.